things weren't so perfect at a point in my life. Things were happening to me that I didn't understand. My innocence was taken from me at a young age by male and female relatives. At that point, that changed my childhood. That changed how I viewed things. That changed the innocence that was snatched from me. And that began to be a huge stamp in my memory. I remember feeling uneasy. I remember feeling confused. I remember at that time just not understanding what was happening to me. But that was an era of life where things kind of just got dealt with under the table, under the rug. They were dealt with, but under the rug to the point where you didn't speak about it. You didn't really get help to understand the things that you were going through, like it was normal after so much of it. So I began to process it my own way. The little girl that I was no longer. For a while I was a mute. I was quiet. I didn't speak. I didn't talk. I didn't express my feelings. I just dealt with it. I held it in. And I felt like if I be quiet about it all, this will make me normal. If people don't know what's going on, then they won't begin to think that something's wrong with me, even though I think something's wrong with me. I know that that's where that began. That mechanism that I adopted, that, hey, let's just keep it quiet and don't say anything. If it doesn't look like something, people won't notice. That is where I begin to fail myself as a child in leaning to my own understanding. And that's not what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to express how I felt in those moments, but I didn't. I suppressed and I held it in, and I began to normalize it. And because I normalized it, I began to operate in those confusing moments. Still going to church, still listening to the words that were coming out of my dad's mouth, out of the pastor's mouth. And I remember not really believing any of it because I didn't understand how God could let things happen to me if he loved me so much.